Hey Joe, it's Folks here. This video is going to either depress you or it's going to make you very excited. And not excited like in a weird way, in a good way. And I say depressed because today I'm going to be showing you some real print-on-demand stores and highlighting some things that I advise not to do. And if you've done some of those things, well, maybe you will end up being depressed. But don't be, because I actually got all the stores from my print-on-demand Facebook group. Every single Tuesday I make this post right here where I ask people to share their store URL so that way I can review it in videos like this. So if you're watching this video and you're not a member, check it out. There's a link down in the description. You can share your URL and you can maybe get some help. And this video might also excite you because I'm also going to be showing some awesome print-on-demand stores. So maybe if your store is sort of like the ones that I'm showing, you're going to be excited about that. But again, not excited like in a weird way or anything like that. Some of you have probably wondered what makes certain people successful with print on demand and what makes people not successful with their print on demand store. And I think really for this video to sink in, we first have to define what I mean by success. For me, success just means making consistent sales every single day. Sales that actually make you money. Talking about the big bucks. No, actually not the big bucks. What I'm talking about is just being able to make 5 to 10 sales a day, profiting like $100 or so every single day on your store, and then doing that for an entire month or so and having thousands of dollars in profit. For me, that is what success really means. And if you agree with that, smash the like button. It sounds silly, but that's going to help this video get recommended to a wider audience, and honestly too, it does help my small channel to grow. Now, some of you guys won't want to believe what I am actually saying. Keep in mind, there's a chance I could be completely wrong. I just want to share some of the experience I have running my own stores, reviewing hundreds of yours, and also working directly with students on theirs. At this point, students of mine have achieved about $5 million in sales. So basically what I'm saying is today is all about my experience. If you disagree, that is perfectly fine. So the first thing you don't want to do with a print-on-demand store is something like this. This is shopbengalathletics.com. Essentially, the store owner discovered print-on-demand and wanted to create their own clothing line. So they came up with a name and a logo and they started putting it on a bunch of print-on-demand products, as you can see here on the page. And in a few minutes, I'll talk about why that is actually a bad idea. And the second thing you want to avoid is creating stores like this with really abstract designs placed on a bunch of different products. Don't get me wrong, this is really cool. These designs look awesome, but honestly, at the end of the day, this is all just really abstract stuff that is just thrown on a bunch of different products. And I know what you're thinking, but why, Joe? Why should we avoid doing this with print on demand? And that brings us honestly to the sad truth about print on demand. The fact is that print on demand is a business model that is best done with direct response marketing, meaning people that you see that are successful. And remember, before we defined successful as just consistent sales on a store, are using direct response marketing. They're on social media, whether it's organic on a Pinterest page or Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, or they are using some sort of paid advertisement. Shopify stores that are successful are doing stuff like this. You can see all of these ads here really actually represent specific niches. And in order to make these work, you have to realize that the sad truth about print on demand is that it is all about creating tacky niche designs. And when I say tacky, I don't mean it in a negative way. I mean doing stuff like this and creating simple and unique designs that represent specific niches. And this is what I call the sad truth, because a lot of people starting print on demand want to sell their art or they want to create some sort of a clothing line. And they see people online sharing big numbers from their store and they wonder why they are struggling. And that's because the people that are successful have realized that print on demand is about the niche and they've created tacky niche products for them. Our niche is what's actually going to get people interested in our stuff. If someone was scrolling on social media and saw these designs here being ran as a Facebook ad, for example, or an Instagram post, they might think they're cool. They might click the like button. They might even visit the store. But when it comes to actually purchasing, they have no reason to do it. Our niche is what gets people interested. Our niche is the reason they buy our tacky niche design. Now, a niche is just defined as a specialized subsection of the population. In other words, it is a group of people that share a common interest, a common passion, or maybe a common identity that they they have could be something that you choose as your niche. Back to these ads here, they all represent a niche that someone is really interested in, and when they see this stuff, they say, whoa, that is super unique. I'm going to buy it. I love the fire pit. I love to camp. Or if we scroll down more, I love my dog. Or if we scroll down even further, I love to read books and I need this super unique item. Essentially, print on demand is all about creating impulse purchases with people on social media to buy tacky niche designs like this. This store here has done a fantastic job at doing that. You can see all of their designs just really represent the beach. The store is called coastalpassion.com. All of their designs have imagery of the beach, sea turtles, stuff like that, where when people who do love the beach see this stuff, they're going to be inclined to buy it because the niche actually gives them a reason. Essentially what I'm saying, if you're jumping into print on demand, the sad truth is you have to realize that really, if your goal is to be successful, in my definition of successful, which is making 5 to 10 sales a day relatively on autopilot by using social media, you need to actually choose a niche. You can't do abstract art, you can't create a clothing line, and you actually need to create a niche specific item. Now, of course, if you wanted to sell your art, or if you did want to start a clothing line, you could certainly do that, but your strategy for success would be much different than what most of you are actually trying to do. What I mean by this is all the time, like inside of my print on demand Facebook group, I will see someone make a post. They'll say something like, I've been running my store for 6 months, I'm running ads, I'm posting on social media, I'm getting people visiting the store, but not a single person has purchased. When they share the URL, they end up having something like this that does not represent a specific niche. I've seen this time and time again where people make posts, they talk about trying social media marketing and then not making sales, and then they're doing stuff like this where they don't have a niche, they're creating abstract designs and then expecting people that have never seen their store before to want to buy it. If you are doing direct response marketing, which is showing your product to people that are not currently shopping, for example, social media, you need to give them a reason to buy, and that reason is the niche. That is what print on demand is all about. And if you're someone that is not excited, and again, not like excited in a weird way. At the beginning, I said there would be 2 types of people watching this. Those that are excited, not in a weird way, and also people that are now depressed, because I just went through and I talked about all these things that you should not do. And if you're doing something like that, don't be depressed. Just take action. You can join the POD Ninjas Facebook group. I do a bunch of trainings there. I also have a free step-by-step course down in the description of this video where you can get started, almost hit the reset button a little bit, and start working on your niche specific design. Print on demand is an amazing business model. And if you wanted to get started, everything I talked about today would be the first step for you, choosing your niche. And then from there, you would be able to market your products effectively with direct response marketing, and then hopefully be able to achieve some consistent sales on your store. If this video was helpful, let me know down in the comments. If you disagree with me, also let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys about your thoughts on what I think is the sad truth about print on demand. And not really, honestly, the sad truth like in a bad way, more just like the sad truth because a lot of people start print on demand with other intentions, and then when I say stuff like this, they view it as the sad truth. They don't like the word tacky, even though I don't mean it in a negative way. They want to sell their art and create abstract stuff and create a little boutique of products that they really love. But at the end of the day, print on demand is about having people impulse purchase your stuff because of the niches that you've chosen. Like I said, let me know down in the comments what you think. I'll see you guys in the next video.